guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. Last time we got a high score, I think 1102. Since then, I've gotten a higher score, and I've tried to start this episode 3 times, and the game is not letting me. So, I need to go over the list of items, which I don't have on hand. There it is. So we got, let's see, got that one. We got the Mortal Coil Garment Grid for getting 1150 points, and this is on footage that ended up getting scrapped and I forgot to save. And for getting level 6 and 1300 points, we got a Beaded Brooch. For getting level 7 and 1400 points, we got Diamond Gloves. And now we're on level 8, and we can get some more accessories out of this, and I'll show off those accessories a little later on. But for now, let's try to get this episode recorded so that I can actually show how this game works without dying 8 times. Okay, let's see. We now have access to upgrades since reaching level 8. Upgrades are dropped by certain enemies, and when they drop, we're able to upgrade our ammo from one level to the next. So from normal to dual to death, and then to volley shot. And you do that with the Y button or the triangle button on a PlayStation controller. We already learned about the change gauge last time. We also have access to Quick Shot, which allows us to show off, well, basically it removes the need to reload, and that's useful for the first half of the whole situation here. But there's so many more enemies once you get higher levels that it's really hard to get through the early ones, and you really want to just do as much running through it as you can, because that's the only way you're going to get a high score here. There is a cheat method to this, and I will be demonstrating it since it's the only way I was able to beat it. Wait until that guy comes into range, the one that was running at me there, because that's the only way he's not going to attack you. Because otherwise, at the start, he just attacks you right away, and if you try and attack the other one there, the one up in the top right, and it just becomes a real pain in the ass. As soon as he bites you, you're basically stun locked for a while. And it's one of the biggest downsides to this minigame is the amount of stun locking there is. But you need to pick up all of the treasure in the previous screen, and keep spamming circle button here because a dog sometimes appears and sometimes doesn't. Don't wait for any more to respawn, just keep going straight through here and try and move through this as quickly as possible, because the vast amount of enemies that are going to be swarmed at you now is kind of ridiculous. Alright, so we got a death ammo. We want to use it on the helm guy, because the helm guy gives us what we really want. Crap. I don't want to have to fight this guy because he has way too much HP. So you don't want to be forced back. That's the one thing you really don't want to have to do. Notice the blue there. I just upgraded that. So I wasted a volley shot there, even though I shouldn't have, because I too many enemies to deal with. So I've got rapid shot going so I can finish off these guys. When you run out of one type of ammo, you'll be forced to use the other one. Come on, Quick Shot. There we go. So be careful when spamming through the ammo. So I'm upgrading my ammo here so that I have more access to using it. So yeah, we're kind of being forced back here, and that's not what we want. So we want to use volley shot every time the helm guy comes through, because he drops another one pretty much every time. Okay, so we'll use our death shot on you and on you. And okay, we'll finish off you guys, I guess. Okay, as soon as one comes through, use your volley shot. Pick up the volley shot. Try and get enough enemies out of your way so that you can move through. Unfortunately, it's not playing nice with me at the moment. Where is the other guy? No, I got... Yeah, you get stun locked as soon as you get hit, and it just makes it really difficult. Okay, so we got the volley shot. Would you stop attacking me for 2 seconds? Yeah, stop that. Run through some of them, because otherwise you're never going to get through. I hate this part of the game, because it's just really frustrating. You... Okay, no, no, no. Change, 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 change. Yeah, the game loves to get you stuck on that permanent stun lock, and it's extremely frustrating to deal with, and that's why I've had to re-record this so many times. And I'm just going to waste it here because, good, there was one in the background. Come on, come on, come on. I keep spamming the button, and it's just, there's... Come on, come on. Shoot him! Game, would you stop that? Yeah, I'm basically screwed at this point. I can't do anything. I'm stuck. I can't avoid taking damage. And I'm going to re-record this, I think, again, because I cannot get the game to work for me. Okay, maybe not. We'll at least demonstrate it now, since I'm already this far in. I've explained everything. This is the dead zone. Right next to this waterfall is the dead zone. If you're right here, the enemies will completely ignore you. So basically, you stand here, use a volley shot, make sure you get the volley shot from him, because that's the important one. You don't need the other ones, and then just hide here. You can, you know, try and use other shots if you want to. I did not mean to do that, but... Yeah, basically don't run out and do that. You want to hide here and you won't get hit. And then just wait until it shows up and do this. This is what I was trying to do at the start of the episode, like every time, and it just would not work for me. So as soon as he shows up, target him. As many enemies happen to be on screen at that time, that's what you go for. Don't worry about going out to get the additional items. It's not necessary. Make sure you have at least one death ammo when you are finished and you move on. But yeah, try and avoid dealing with the enemies if at all possible. As soon as they all come through, just hit them, collect the ammo, move on. You'll notice how not everyone will drop ammo after a while. And I'll just upgrade a bunch of ammo here. Go. As you can see, this will up the amount of score you get really, really quickly, especially if you avoid getting hit in the process. There we go. But yeah, not all the enemies are going to drop items after this, but hide down here because that's the safe zone. I'm not sure why this works, but it does. So now that we've got that, we're going to collect another volley shot here. And shoot, 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 shoot. Don't stop. Yeah, unfortunately, the game loves to do that. You just, as soon as you get hit, you're stun locked so much. And you're stuck there for... No, I hit the button. Can you shoot, please? This is the I can't even speak, I'm so annoyed at this. The frustrating aspect of this minigame is being hit and being stuck and not being able to do anything. And this is what happens over and over and over and over and over again. And it's really irritating to deal with. Get a new high score, getting level 9 at 2,000, we get the fairy earrings. There's one more to be done. I am going to cut until I get this to actually work for me, which who knows how long this will take. This is the part of the minigame that had me just tearing my hair out when I was a kid trying to accomplish this, because I didn't know if I needed to do all of this to get 100% complete. You don't in any way, but now that we're playing the HD version, we actually need the item from the last level of this to do a lot of the strategies that I want to make use of for a lot of the super bosses in this game. So I have to do this for the LP. So anyway, I will cut to me actually doing this properly, and then I'll probably put on post-commentary on that section just because I probably won't be able to put words together properly while I'm trying to do this. So wish me luck. You can see that, can't you? All that build-up. Didn't have to cut because, yeah, this is the successful attempt, and it didn't take me more than this one to do. So, as I said, this one here that's coming up there, you got to make sure you hit that one. You got to make sure you get ammo. But if you start shooting the one I was just shooting at, the other one usually comes up and it usually attacks you, and you get, you know, stun locked in place, and it's annoying. And sometimes an extra dog will come up from the side. One of the things I didn't really mention because I attempted to record the first part of this episode so many times was that as you gain levels, new enemies will appear, and the amount of enemies you'll fight will drastically increase. Now, the list over that I have here, you get coyotes at the start, and wild wolves, and then whatever those big birds are, the Garudas. They're always going to be Garudas to me. Apparently, there's even Machina at some point, and they drop death ammo. Basically, as you level up, you'll get different enemies. As you can see here, you get the Wendigo, you get the secondary dog, you get the dive beaks later on. Basically, most of them you can really kind of ignore as soon as you employ the strategy that I demonstrated a little while ago. And that's with the Besaid, or however you pronounce these guys' names. All I know is they drop volley ammo, and that's basically the way of doing things. Now, the enemies show up at different levels. I don't have like the list of what levels they show up in. No, I don't think so. Thought I had it, but I was looking for it throughout all the guides that I've been using, and I can't seem to find it. But yeah, there are a lot of different enemies that show up around here. Mainly your goal is once you get one or two of the volley shots, or pretty much just one, keep getting volley shots and run through. Take a couple of hits if you have to, but you don't want to be running back as much as I have done in the previous recordings of this that I've shown on screen. Which of course leads me to, why am I showing basically the same thing on screen instead of just showing, you know, the first attempt and then, you know, the best attempt kind of thing. Yeah, you got hit and you couldn't, you got stun locked and you won't be able to do anything. The only reason really to go back is to get the volley shot. From there on, just keep moving forward. It's kind of your only way of doing this. Otherwise, you're just going to get stuck. And the only way that I've been able to do this and get enough points is to get to the dead zone and go with it. And I'm not sure if that was intentional or what the deal was. I probably shouldn't have got back for that chest, but oh well. But the main point is that if you hug the bottom of it, as you can see, the enemies just completely avoid you. And this is the only way I've ever found to get enough points. I've never been able to beat it without abusing this trick. I spent over an hour on this, I'm sure, when I was a kid trying to get it to work for me, and it just wouldn't work. And eventually I learned this trick. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time and stress out about this game anymore, since this one usually works relatively well, as long as you can get here within a decent amount of time. If you can get here in a decent amount of time, you're good to go. Get here by 3.5 minutes, you should have more than enough time to finish enemies, as long as you don't go after pointless chests like I've been doing. But, you know, that's me. Do as I say, not as I do. Isn't that how the saying goes? But yeah, there's a lot of different enemies for this. The main reason why I'm showing it so many times is, one is because there's a big random factor here. I think you can even get like healing items. Like if you look at my health now, it's higher than it was before at the start when you start off with like 30 HP or something like that. There are different upgrades. You can upgrade your ammo. You can get, you know, health upgrades, I guess. I didn't get one there, but mainly you're going after the volley shot because that allows you to abuse this method and get through it. And if you enjoy the game, fine. Have fun. Have fun swearing at the game over and over and over again. It's basically all I can tell you, because that's pretty much me if I'm not using this methell. Hell, that's me if I'm using this method. as you see there, I just got up to 85 HP from 67, so I got a little more HP there. I think the dive beaks might drop the HP, or they drop an upgrade type, which is random. The Nashorn drops HP, and that's it. And that would be that guy on screen there on 4 legs. The big one, not the dogs, obviously. So yeah, that's kind of the main idea with that. Let's see. Anyway, because of the random factor, I just think showing this off more than once is kind of helpful to show dealing with, you know, some of the things that are going to come up, because this game, for me anyway, was a lot easier to understand when I watched somebody employ a secret or, you know, this method, or as opposed to just trying to figure it out kind of on my own or figure it out from text. It wasn't very easy to understand. So I figured I'd show some of the randomness of this game, why it's so annoying to me, and, you know, try to fully explain the blind spot there, just to make it easier for everybody to deal with. What else did I want to talk about here? I wrote a couple of notes down here. And yeah, as far as glitches like this, or, you know, oversights, or whatever you want to call it, you only need 2,800 points, by the way, so I could move on now if I wanted to, but, you know, might as well kill some more stuff. Yeah, so there are other glitches for other mini-games, and I will be using those as well. And the reason for that is because most of the mini games in this game, which is most of this game, if that makes sense, it's just frustration. It's basically repeating the same thing over and over and over again, which to me isn't fun. The interest for me in a mini game is something that's entertaining. When it just do the same thing over and over again, it gets frustrating. But anyway, enough of post-commentary, back to the live. Of course, the game gets me all frustrated and pissed off at it, and then, of course, the very next attempt, it goes exceedingly well. Go figure, I don't know how that one works, but ta-da! I have no idea what I said in post-commentary, so we'll do that later. Got a new high score. For getting 2,800 points and reaching level 10, we get the Adamantite, which is very important for super bosses later on in the game. Alright, so let's go over all the different rewards that we got, since I did a bunch of it off screen, even though I wasn't really planning on it. Let's see here. We got... Where are all of my items that I got out of that? Let's see here. Mithril gloves. No, we didn't get... We got diamond gloves. What am I talking about? Power wrist. We get strength plus 20. Not bad. Titanium bangle. HP plus 40. I think we already had some of those, but we got another one of those. Let's see here. A beaded brooch we got. Pretty guards against silence and darkness. Diamond gloves. Defense plus 40. Very nice. Fairy earrings we got for level 8 there. Guards against confusion, berserk. We finally got another thing to protect us against berserk and confusion. I can't remember if I have protection against... for 3 people from both statuses, or just 1. And Adamantite. Provides incredible defense, but is miserably heavy. And yes, you'll notice her agility goes from 52 down to 22. However, I think it gives, what, 90 or 70? Defense is 35. Yeah, so her defense jumps up substantially. It's over 100. Magic defense as well. Plus, it gives you auto protect and auto shell. Plus, it gives you more HP. It is really, really good. Yes, it makes you slow, but the fact that you can tank through a lot of attacks that normally you wouldn't be able to makes up for it in so many boss battles at the end of the game. It is really, really good. If you're not playing the HD version, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. So we're not going there. There are a couple of treasures to pick up while we're in and around here. And I don't know how you manage that, Yuna, but okay, sure. If you insist. Alright. So now we can go over here. Yeah, I hate that minigame. It is like the bane of my existence. It takes forever to do. It can be extremely tedious, or as you'll have seen in the footage there, it can be very, very easy. You know, I had to get a little bit lucky skipping past a couple of enemies, but as long as you can do that, you should be okay. But yeah, if you're having troubles with it, join the club, because me too. Can I get down, please? Okay. There we go. All right, so we got that. No, don't do that. All right, so in here, there is another treasure, and what I'm going to do is, I'm already over leveled, so I'm just going to turn off encounters. What's that? You see that? Below the mini-map in the lower left there was like some fire or something like that. Kind of looked like it anyway. Anyway, there is a chest that has reappeared in here as well. I think it's over here. There we go. Now, when we get to the next area... Oh, by the way, if you manage to grind up 900,000 gil and open up the door to the side over here, you want to know what your reward is in this chapter? 2 ethers. Fucking woohoo! I don't know why people would recommend grinding up that much, but so many walkthroughs seem to. I don't get it. But there should be one more item around here too, which I believe is down here. There we go. Should be a wall ring, which is not as good as you might think it is if you've played other Final Fantasy games before. I think in this game it does... What does it do? Cast shell and protect when HP is low. It does not give you auto-reflect. I believe there is an item that gives you auto-reflect, but it is not that one. Fast forward and run back. One of the things I was considering doing with the treasure chests around here is the same thing that I'm going to do, or something similar to what I'm going to do with the, not private actions, this is not Star Ocean, with the, what is it, this stupid quest that we're doing. Whatever it's called. Okay, so we turn that off now. The PR quest. What is it called? It's called the PR mission. Okay. Basically, I'm just going to go and show like quick little clips of me going up and talking to each person and giving them the answer instead of wandering around the village. It's going to mean more editing, but I think it'll get the point across since pretty much everything is the same from chapter 1 as, you know, in terms of what the answers are. But I know people aren't going to want to go back and check the previous video to find out what they are. So I'm just going to include all of the answers in here and, you know, just cut around as I do it. And then we can move on from this area. And we're all finished with that. Now, I don't think there's any story completion for anything else around here. I don't think you're supposed to talk to these guys or anything else. Nothing really to be done here, so that's... Can I get in and talk to Lulu? Or do I not get... Okay, so you talk to her from outside the area. Interesting! Sure, why not? But yeah, that's pretty much all we can do in here for now. There's nothing else really that we can do or would want to do. We've got all the good rewards out of it. So that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Oh, by the way, the high score with him carries on to a New Game Plus. So you won't be able to get a second adamantite or any of the other accessories that we were able to pick up. And I'll show off the garment grids here in a minute. During a New Game Plus playthrough. So just be aware of that. There are other ways in the HD version of getting new copies of the adamantite or whatever it's called. So anyway, garment grids. Let's see, what did we get here? Mortal Coil. It sounds familiar. Itchy Proof. There's that. Helios Guard, I think, was one of the other ones. Was it not? I completely moved my guide around. I have no idea. Enigma Plate. We got that one. Magic Defense plus 10. Now here, as I've stated in the past there, if you want to get the Magic Defense plus 15, you must go through all the gates. So you must change job spheres from the top left, say, to the bottom left, to the bottom right, to the top right, and then back to the top left in order to get 15 more defense, or magic defense. So certain aspects of it, not so great, but the base aspect of having additional defense, not too bad. For the most part, I still don't really care about most of the Garmin grids, but that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, yeah, I'll make a new file, that's fine. Next time we are going to actually begin the quest that we were supposed to start this time, and that's find some of the uniforms to sneak into Chateau LeBlanc. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.